everyone, how you doing today? And welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be reacting to My Hero Academia chapter 301. I'm pretty excited for the chapter. I'm really excited. I feel like I hope, how do I explain it? I hope we get either a full Endeavor chapter with his whole family and they have the full discussion about what to do with Toya and their family name, or I hope we get to see something that's happening to Deku, so what's happening around Deku's character, because we haven't spoken about Deku for a couple chapters now and he's in critical state, so we need to understand what's going on there. But before I begin, right, I just want to address something. So last week I talked about the whole what you put on your thumbnail and what counts as a spoiler. So somebody put on my well, I'll probably put a picture of it here, I forgot their name, but somebody put a comment which was really interesting and which was a very fair argument, where they said that me personally, if dabi Paxari puts a picture of somebody, a character, and I put the title name, that could technically be a spoiler, because you would know, seeing that thumbnail, that this chapter was based on that character. And to that I say that is very fair enough, because I feel the same way. Like if I saw a character for a chapter and I didn't know what the chapter's about, I'll be like, well, something clearly bad happens to that character, or something really big happens to that character. So I get it. It's a spoiler. And that's the thing about life now. Like, you try and, how far is a spoiler now? And trust me, to me, like, when I watch anything or play games, usually a lot of things are spoilers to me. So I get it. But it's just one of those where I had to, like, adjust and say, do you know what? Even if it is a light spoiler, like, I just have to, you know, just, it is what it is. That's just the way the world is now. But I agree with him, right? And to that extent, I'm wondering what I should do about the thumbnails about my channel, because the only issue is, because My Hero Academia manga, I like to talk about, that's the only manga I talk about on this channel. Like every other manga, I would either like talk about it briefly or just not mention it at all, or be more on the anime only side, because a lot of my stuff, I like talking to people who are anime onlys too, because let's be real, there are more anime watchers than manga watchers, manga readers, in my opinion. So the only manga that I cover week to week is My Hero Academia, because I love it. I love it. My Hero Academia is my crack cocaine. Let me not lie to you. My Hero Academia is my drug. But seriously, but for real, My Hero Academia is my drug. Let me not lie. But seriously, but to get back to that point, I just want to say that I feel like I will change the thumbnails of this, because yet again, I don't want to alienate the anime onlys of My Hero Academia. And I've got complaints from my friends who are anime onlys, seeing my thumbnails and be like, bro, what's happening? So I do want to change it up. I don't know if it'll be next week or the week after. I'm going to try and find a way to change it up and make it look cool, but still, you know, that it's the chapter number. I'm probably not going to put pictures like that anymore, except for me reacting or going, something like that. Something like that, I guess. But yeah. But in all honesty, I don't know how that's going to work. So please subscribe. Anyway, that's all I want to say about that. So let's get on with the chapter reaction. MHA 301. Let's go. Never in my wildest dreams had I imagined I'd be talking with the man dubbed the next candidate for all #1. It's such an honor, Endeavor-san. Okay. Wait, oh, is this old? Is this in the past? Okay, it's in the past. All right. The black lines around the what do you call it, panels make it seem like it's past. All right. The Himura name was an extensive history. Oh, this was an Endeavor married Ray. Okay, that makes sense. The Himura name was an extensive history as a prestigious family line. The perfect partner for a top hero such as yourself. She was a woman like ice. She was a woman like ice. Clearly, that makes sense. Oh, because, you know, fire, and Endeavor's like hot-headed, and Ray's like ice and she's cold. Anyway, so we see Endeavor and Ray walking together, and Endeavor's like, even knowing that it was a quirk marriage, she says she would become my wife for the sake of her family. That, see, I feel bad for Ray, man, but I'll talk about that later. And Endeavor goes to Ray. Sorry, no. Endeavor looks at Ray, and Ray's looking around. And Endeavor's like, do you like those flowers? Ray goes, yes, beautiful, aren't they? Man, see how sad she is. He's like, strong, yet if I touched her, she might have melted away. Okay, so you know how, okay, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, Endeavor's like, Ray. And Endeavor's like, are you all right? And Ray's like, not at all. Bram, I like this energy that Ray's coming in. That is why I am here. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to do it. She goes, that's why I'm here. All right. And then 301, careless handling of fire, the first part. Ooh, damn. Okay, we're getting a proper, like, Todoroki insight. Okay, part one. Okay, first part. Okay, cool. So, all right, back in the house, Dabi's like really roasting myself there. Can't feel anything. Oh, Toya's like, that guy's my old man. There's no way that was enough to kill him. And even if he was at the point where he wanted to die, I wouldn't allow it, says Toya. Man, he wants that all that revenge. Now it's his turn to come forward and face the public. I can't wait to see that miserable expression on his face. All I've been waiting for. It's taken so much to get this far. Enji Todoroki, Mom, Fuyumi-chan, Natsuo-kun, Shoto. Watch me in the pits of hell. Fam. What makes you turn back on your family like this? What did Endeavor do? Like, or is it just like his... We'll talk about that later. Anyway, okay, so we're getting some Toya flashback. Okay, makes sense. And Toya's like, I've been waiting ages for you to have a day off so we can trade together. Why are you saying you can't do it now? And Endeavor's like, I told you several times already. I'm doing this for your own good. Toya's not happy. Endeavor's sad. Well, not sad, just not sad. Let's say not happy. Let's say that. Quite the peculiar case. In regards to his quirk, he's inherited your fire. However, his body is dominated by his mother's genes. Oh, that makes sense. All right. To be precise, he's developed a body that has an aptitude for the cold rather than for a tolerance of ice. Well, this method of designing children, it's taboo in this generation of quirk. It's better that you quit now. And then Endeavor's like, nah, G. Endeavor's like, and All Might still standing? Nah, G. And Endeavor's not happy. And then look at All Might just standing proud. And he's like, with All Might, he saves as many as 62 towns. With All Might on our side, we shall never submit to evil. Toya, if it's you, you can surpass All Might, said Endeavor. But Endeavor's rage, man. Toya's like, Fuyumi-chan, so what if I get burnt a bit? I can handle myself. I'm the one who understands my body best. But Fuyumi... Wait, what? But Fuyumi doesn't like seeing Toyoni covered in ooies. Oh, look how cute Fuyumi is. Alright. And then Toya's like, I don't care. Fuyumi-chan doesn't get it. Girls just don't understand. And then Fuyumi's like, but I'm worried. Toya's like, I've already decided that I want to surpass him. Dad's the one who ignited that feeling in me. Nighttime. And then Ray's like, but that's too much. It's just cruel. Toya can already tell that you want something from the children. No matter how much I try telling him, he shows up with new burns every day. He's inherited my foolishness as well. If we want to give it up, then we have no choice. Toya can't surpass him. Bro, look at this panel. Bro, look at his eyes, man. Endeavor was really in a dark place, man. All Might did a number on him. All Might did a number on him. Fam. And Ray's like, wow. So what? Ray just kept on having children and Toya's like, seriously? Like... Endeavor's still fighting, trying to surpass All Might. Ray and Endeavor not happy. And then Shoto was born. Half and half. Endeavor's face, man. Look at his joy. And look at Toya's just distraught, man. Toya's like, seriously? Like, Toya's just not... Well, he's broken, yeah. Okay, yeah, he's broken. His father is not giving him love at all or affection. Ray's just like not happy, just like thank God. And then look at Endeavor's face, look at that smile. He's like, I can surpass All Might. Alright, so then Toya went to the mountains, and this is probably where he dies, and he goes, Dad, I can surpass him too. Look, I'm able to make such strong flames. I'm guessing that's when his flames went to blue, because he was training in the mountains. He goes, look at me, Dad. Stop it. Why don't you understand? You're getting this burn and you still don't realize. Toya, you need to look elsewhere. Play with Fuyumi or Natsuo. Make some friends at school. There are other worlds outside of being a hero. Don't you understand? Even eventually you'll forget all about it. And then look at Toya. But everyone at school says they're gonna be heroes. There's no way you'd understand. Because I'm your son. Oh, look at this panel, bruh. Dabi lost the plot ages ago. He lost the plot ages ago. Look at this panel, please. Look at his face. Fabi lost the plot ages ago. He goes, because I am your son. Look at Ray. She's like, okay, yeah. Ray's like, he needs to cool down. There's not Toya. Shoto doesn't know. Fuyumi's crying. Natsuo's like, huh? And dad ignited it in me. It won't go away. I can't get it out of my head. Look at me, Endeavor. And he's flaming. Look at me. Wait, is he going to attack his mom? He's just saying, look at me. And then Ray's like, the one in the most pain isn't you, and you weren't the only one who refused to look at that child. Okay. That's fair. All right, that's 301 done. I like this chapter. Okay, first, let's talk about it. So, the fact that the quirk marriage stuff with Endeavor, right, and Ray, it's pretty interesting that how accepting Ray was in order to do the quirk marriage, because I know I don't know if it's still happening in Japan right now, but I know don't get annoyed at me, people, but we've seen it in some anime that don't get annoyed, I'm sorry, but yeah, we've seen it in some anime that some people just get forced into marriage and that's just it. I don't know if it's still happening in Japan, like I said. And it's just it's interesting how, what's the word, how people are willing to do it so much because of their family name and honor of their family. They don't want to disappoint their family. They want their family to just look good for the rest of their lives. I mean, people, even in Western society, people are like, oh, maybe you should marry this person because it'll make your connections better, your babies will be better, our family will have wealth and all this, and that happens. And it's interesting how Ray was willing to just accept that. Maybe because her family just had that much of a hold on her, or maybe she's just that respectable of a woman that she didn't want to just disappoint her family. And I like Ray with short hair as well. Like, she's actually kind of cute too. Anyway, so, and what is interesting is what this chapter is showing me is that Endeavor wasn't just a full-blown dickhead. That's the thing. Like, and people won't accept this. Like, there's some Endeavor haters that will just not accept Endeavor's growth, Endeavor's backstory. To them, he's just a child abuser. That's just how he is. That's just it. They're just not going any further than that. But according to this chapter, he was even somehow liked Ray, even though it was hinted. He did somehow like Ray. I mean, you already found out her favorite flowers, and even he was a bit like nervous around her. Like, he wasn't all like, woman, give me kids and all that. Like, they had some sort of relationship. So at least that is debunked, that he didn't care about Ray. He clearly does, and he clearly did all the way back there. Back to the hospital, I like the fact that Ray comes in as just like boss bitch vibes. Like, she just like, okay, let's sort this out right here, right now. Let's just talk about this whole Todoroki family and what we need to do going forward. That's what she said last chapter, and she's clearly doing that. Now, in this chapter, most of the focus is on Toya, and we're trying to figure out what happened to Toya. Now, because of this chapter, I don't know how to feel about Toya's motivations. I understand his motivations, but I don't know if I agree with his motivations, if that makes sense. So I half understand his motivations. That's what I'm trying to say. I half understand it. I understand what he's doing. It's just, I'm like, does that really make sense? Like, not make sense, but does that really benefit this? Not benefit the situation, but why should I feel bad for you? That's basically where I'm at. I'm like, why should I feel bad for you? Because from this, right, Toya and Endeavor, they're two peas in the pod. They have the same type of mentality. So that's why Toya's like, oh, I want to fight too. Like, don't neglect me. I want to be a hero. I can fight. And you could argue, this is why I say half understand. You could argue that he wanted to be a hero because his dad is a hero, and his dad said, listen, you can surpass All Might, you could be a great hero, and then you're told you can't, be a hero when everyone else wants to be a hero in a hero society. This is where it comes back to. In a hero society, you're being told you can't be a hero, and your dad has reinforced this on you over and over again. And bear in mind, like, when you tell kids something and when you reinforce things on kids, kids really believe it. Kids really believe it. That's why, like, you can't really lie around a kid, because the kid will probably believe the lie. Well, the most likely will believe the lie. Kids are kind of stupid. But yeah, that's why you could argue that, yes, Endeavor did technically create Dabi. You could argue that because he reinforced Dabi, like, listen, you're going to be the best, 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 then neglected him. And obviously, he was still, even though it was partly because of him, he didn't want his son to die. I mean, Endeavor has some sort of heart, like, come on, guys. It was also because, from Toya's side especially, because he was not going to surpass All Might. And this is where, like I said, I get confused, because Endeavor told him that, listen, don't use your flames like that because it will burn your body. And I like the fact that the reason why it burns himself is because he has Rei's quirk. Well, not Rei's quirk, Rei's cells. So the cells in his body from his quirk, from Rei's quirk, in order to cool herself down, that's what, no, in order to resist ice, basically, because you know how in My Hero Academia, if you have like similar powers to that, so for example, like Kaminari having electric powers, and compared to the guy who shot electricity, Kaminari can kind of counteract it, if that makes sense. So it's kind of the same thing here. Like, if Rei would be able to be not control but resist immense cold a lot better than a normal person does. Now, unfortunately with Dabi, which is what is really cool about this chapter, and I love the detail with this, is why I love Quirk Society in general. Like, there's so many details. So what I really like is that Toya, right, got Endeavor's quirk but Rei's cells. So the cell to resist cold makes him too vulnerable to fire, if that makes sense. So that's why it burns him, because he can't resist the fire. Like, Endeavor can, because he can go to super high levels of fire, because even though it'll burn him, it won't burn him as much as if a normal person was using that, having that, surrounded by that much amount of fire. So that is a super cool detail, and I have to rate Horikoshi for that. So that makes sense as to why Dabi burns himself, because I was always thinking maybe it's because it's just his quirk is just too powerful, but now that makes a lot more sense. And this is why I mean by, how am I meant to feel bad for Toya? Because Endeavor told him, I don't want you to die. That's pretty much the LCM. Like, Toya should have understood this. And he did understand this, but he wanted to go against the grain, you know, try to be a shonen protagonist and be like, oh, I can fight through all challenges. If it can burn me, don't worry, I'll outburn the bird, or something like that. I don't know what he was thinking, but yeah. So anyway, so they mentioned that whole thing, but Endeavor was just like, and they even told Endeavor, listen, he cannot be a hero. And not even that, okay, I'm reading it again, by the way. So it says, the method of designing children, it's taboo in this generation of quirks, is better to quit now. I thought it was just taboo because of, you know, forcing people into making quirks. I mean, that makes sense why it's taboo. Why are you, like, imagine if somebody forced, I don't know, levitation quirk with, I'm trying to think of something. Levitation quirk with super strength. They're Superman. What the hell? Like, you're making Superman. Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, which is kind of what Deku is, let me not lie. But anyway. So, after Endeavor's told this whole designing thing is taboo, you should quit while you're ahead, and he just thought of All Might and how his blood boils to beat All Might. His face afterwards, that face is just pure past Endeavor, man. Endeavor was just like, no. No. Ah, man, like, seeing his face is just crazy. Anyway, what I like about this panel is you're seeing his hair turn white and white and white. I'm guessing it's because maybe he's training a lot on his own. Because his hair, I believe in the panel where we saw Toya and Endeavor for the first time together, like not Dabi, but actual Toya, kid Toya, his hair got a little spark of white or something. So now we're seeing it deteriorate slowly, which is pretty interesting. And I get why Toya's upset yet again, because Toya, he keeps on saying that his dad is the reason why he wants to surpass him. Like, his dad has been reinforcing it to him, and like I said before, if you reinforce stuff for the kid, they're gonna believe it. But I like the fact that Ray kind of takes responsibility a bit, because even here, when Ray is saying that you can't, like, Toya could already tell you're hiding something for the children, that he comes up with new burns, and that he's like, you're basically what I understand from what she is hiding is the fact that he wants a child to pass All Might. That's basically it, and that's probably what he's been telling Ray, and that's why Ray just lost the plot. Like, he's just been saying, like, no, we're making a baby to pass All Might. We're gonna keep on doing it, and he doesn't care until he gets a child to be All Might, and he's crazy for doing that. And I think that's why, I mean, from what I understand, because he says here, no matter how much I try telling him, he shows up with new birds every day. He's inherited by foolish will. If we want him to give it up, then we have no choice. Toya can't surpass him. So, from what I understand, is probably they had a talk thinking, okay, I want a child to surpass All Might no matter what, Endeavor probably says. And if I don't have a child to surpass All Might and train personally and be basically the strongest, Toya's going to keep on coming out and thinking, oh, you need me, you need me, I can still do it, I will still fight, this, that, don't worry, Dad, I can show you, but it's really killing him. That's why they're both, okay, that's why it seems like both of them are just like, all right, let's make a baby. So that's one thing I probably need clarified, because according to the panel of him thinking about All Might and basically having rage, it seems like Endeavor was like, no, I must make a child to surpass All Might, but no matter what, I will die trying. Or did they make a child to surpass All Might, or another child basically to make Natsuo and Shoto, because they were scared that Toya was going to keep on pushing himself if he didn't realize it, all hope was lost, like Endeavor has his child to be All Might? That's the question I want clarified, if that makes sense, anybody in the comments. So yeah, we see Ray pumping out babies and Endeavor's still getting mad at All Might. Like, even that's the thing, that's the reason why I asked the second part of that question, because as soon as Natsuo came, Toya's pissed. Like, look at him, he's pissed. He's already, like, distraught. He's like, seriously? Another child? Like, and yeah. So, Endeavor's pretty, like, Endeavor here in this panel was either pissed at just seeing All Might be the best, or seeing that he couldn't get a child to surpass All Might, probably both. And, man, and Ray's eyes just get worse and worse. I feel like that must be the guilt that's been getting at her, because people are probably thinking the guilt was seeing all, Todoroki, Shoto suffer, which is part of it, I think. But I think maybe the guilt, and then another theory was the guilt was that Toya died, which was part of it too, it was part of it. But I think the guilt proper started with the fact that Toya was getting neglected from Endeavor, and both her and Endeavor knew. So Ray is kind of a conspirator here, or I think that's how you say it. Yeah, conspirator here, or I believe that's the right word. Yeah, she's part of the plan, guys. She's part of the plan. So all the hate you give Endeavor, bro, I better see that energy for Ray too. Like, I better see that energy, because people made it sound like Ray didn't know, Ray was innocent. Ray's clearly not innocent. Even she admits it too. So I want to see that energy, guys. I want to see it. Even though I love both of them. So I won't push that agenda, and I won't hate on them. But if you're going to give Endeavor hate, Ray's here too. Just saying. Anyway, so Shoto comes out, and look at their faces. Bro, Endeavor's over the moon. Like, okay, Endeavor's not, like, stupidly smiling and stuff, but the smile is relief. Ray's just like, finally. Endeavor's relief as in, I can surpass All Might. Thank God. I was gonna, like, do something crazy if I didn't. But Toya's face is just destroyed. Like, he's just like done. And really and truly, as parents, I get that Ray and Endeavor should have done better. That's the LCM of this whole chapter. That's the whole gist of it, is that Ray and Endeavor should have done better with Toya. That's why Ray also takes responsibility. Hold on, where was it? Which chapter was it? You weren't the only one who refused to look at that child. Yeah, exactly. And the one in pain the most isn't you. And the one in pain the most is Toya, I guess, because like being neglected by your family as a kid too, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Let me not lie. You can't do that. That just doesn't run. So yeah. But looking at this, Endeavor was really trying to like calm him down. He was really like, please, like, Toya, please just don't do it. Don't do it. It's not like Endeavor just said, you suck, bye. Like, he really was trying to make trying to make Toya just be safe, man. He was actually trying as a parent. He wasn't a good, like I said, Ray and Endeavor, they're not the best of parents. Let's be real. They're not the best of parents. They're not bad parents, because I mean their kids are good. They eat, they have money, like they live life. I mean, yeah, but they're not the greatest of parents either. So yeah, so the fact that Toya is just like he this is what I mean by I'm half and half on this. Toya's whole reasoning, right, for going after Endeavor, killing multiple people, joining Stain, having all this ruin in this world, is because of a vendetta for Endeavor, which I understand, but the vendetta is because Endeavor didn't give him enough love. That's about it. See, you see what I'm saying? That's why I'm very half and half. Like it's very understandable. It's very, very understandable that, okay, like my family did not care about me, did not give me love and all that, but in that sense, would you go killing people and having a whole like revenge plan over it? That's the question I need. That's what I'm half and half on, because when I think about it, if it was me in his position, I would leave and not come back. That's pretty much it. Screw you guys, I'm going to become a hero on my own, and that's it. Like, you can maybe argue because that's just who I am and Dabi's just a different person, but that's just how I feel about it. I feel like revenge, you need something to really like destroy your life, and I don't feel like what Endeavor or Ray did destroyed his life. That's the problem. Like, I feel like that was on him. Like, I mean, okay, it kind of destroyed his life because he can't be a hero, yeah, but and I don't know, like, I just don't buy it. Like, that's the problem. I don't buy killing people and having this whole revenge stuff because Endeavor didn't love you enough and Ray didn't love you enough. That's it, and you can't be a hero. I mean, the only way this all, which is why I'm not annoyed by it, the only way which is this all like wraps up and makes sense is because this is a hero society, and he cannot be a hero after his dad reinforced that he could be a hero in hero society. He could be the greatest hero actually in hero society, and he's neglecting him in order to make a hero to surpass All Might, which he had already been reinforcing on Toya for so long that it's basically been Toya's mindset essentially, and Endeavor's just warped his mindset, and that's him being a bad parent. I can understand that. That makes perfect sense. It's just that I don't feel like I can like go with Dabi and be like, yeah, let's get revenge over all that, you know? Like, for example, with Toga, I could completely be like, yeah, Toga, go and do your thing, because society doesn't understand her. Like, that's perfectly understandable. That's really understandable. Shiggy, the same thing. Shiggy is the exact same thing. Like, I get it, man. Like, people don't understand you, and people are just so warped by the whole fact that they could be safe and they could be calm with heroes and all that. Let's go and tear it down. Okay, cool. Stain's like, oh man, heroes don't understand, people don't understand the true value of being a hero. People just want money for it. They don't want to just save people out of their own goodwill. I'm going to curb, I think it says curb this whole society. Cool! Let's go, Stain! Like, let's go and get out all these fake heroes. But with Dabi, I'm like, it's like, all right, I want Endeavor because Endeavor didn't love me. Like, that's just how it sounds to me. But anyway, that's just my opinion on this thing. But anyway, I love this chapter. Let me not lie. I do love it. And I love the fact we're finally getting a backstory into why Toya is doing what he's doing. Maybe in part 2, it'll just make a bit more sense. I'm going to give benefit of the doubt because part 2, it could be like some flip up, some switch up, and we're all like, whoa, that, okay, yeah, now I get why Toya wants revenge, man. This is just not fair and all that. Because like before, like I was thinking, okay, maybe Toya's getting his ass beat, and maybe he's just getting like Endeavor just being a POS of a dad. But from what I'm reading, Endeavor wasn't that bad of a guy. He just was too harsh on Shoto. That's the thing. Like I don't know about everybody else, but on Shoto, I mean, like it wasn't good for him to be that harsh on Shoto. He shouldn't have hit Ray either. But I could understand because let's say maybe Toya. No, I don't think Toya had died then. No, I don't think Toya died then, so it's actually kind of half and half. But anyway, maybe the stress was just getting to him. Even though it's not a good reason to do those things, I'll admit, it's still bad. But it's not like he was a trash dad. Like, look at him here. He's consoling Toya. Anyway, that's just my opinion. But anyway, what do you guys think of the... Oh, look, actually, no. So my predictions for the next chapter, I think... it's good. This is part 1, so we're going to just be on the Todoroki family for... I think the next at least 2 chapters, in my opinion, because like okay, do you know what? I can't even complain about not seeing Deku because I love the Todoroki family. Like I said it last week, I feel like the Todoroki family is probably the best story, if not the second best story in My Hero Academia. Behind, actually no, there are 3 stories in My Hero Academia that I think are top tier. Right, the One for All and All for One stuff. The what was it? The whole Hero Society just falling. The whole Hero Society as a story, like the society as a character and as a story, I think that's another one. And the Todoroki family. And low key, I think it's neck and neck with Hero Society. I think it might be better than All for One, One for All for now, because I love those stories, but I don't know if it's as good as the Todoroki family. Maybe I'm talking out my own butt. I need to just double check that, but I as of how I feel about the Endeavor story, like I've always been like, whoa, like Endeavor story is lit, like it just gets better and better and better. All for One stuff, I'm like, all right, cool, this is getting better, this is getting cooler, but I've never had the same feeling as an Endeavor story, in my opinion, or the Todoroki story. That's just my opinion. But anyway, what about, so next chapter we're gonna get more on Dabi. And what are your opinions on Dabi's backstory, Endeavor as a dad, everything to do with this chapter, and even to do with the Todoroki family? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know in the comment section. I'm open to discussion. Also, I'm willing to hear what are your favorite story arcs in My Hero Academia, so let me know as well as of that in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching this video again. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more on pop culture and entertainment. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. All right.